Hey guys, today we're back with another gun review, and today on the channel we'll be reviewing the Smith & Wesson 686 Competitor. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today we're going to be reviewing the Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum 686 Competitor. This is a hoss cat of a handgun, pretty much a hand cannon. It's got a lot of different stuff with it we'll be discussing here, but let's go ahead and take a few shots with it first before we start with the review. There we go guys, there's 6 rounds. I'm telling you something. I have shot a lot of 357 in my day, from 686s, Colt Pythons, 627s, and everything else. And this one right here takes the cake for the least recoiling 357 I've had. And no, it's not because it's a superior design or anything like that. It's because that you actually have steel weights in the bottom of this barrel here. Them steel weights make it to where it's front heavy, so you do have a lot more front heaviness to it, especially whenever you're shooting. That front end doesn't come up a bit on you, but at the same time, you can also take them weights out and put rubber weights in, or plastic, technically speaking, or just take everything out and leave it skeletonized, which we'll do later on. This is a performance center model, so what that means is that it's going to have a better mechanics in it for a smoother trigger, smoother double action, smoother single action. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. This is going to be our double action. So as you can see, it's smooth all the way through. There's not a bit of take up one in it. It's just smooth action all the way through. Let's go ahead and check out that single action. Brother, you breathe on it. I didn't even mean to pull it right then. You breathe on it and it goes off. Also as well, the hammer and the trigger are chromed, so that's going to be better off whenever it comes to rubbing on the mechanics and the internals and all that other stuff. Just makes for a smoother action all in general. Plus too, it's just a little bit different when you got that performance center model to it. So let's go ahead and load it up. This is a 6-shot. I know it's a huge looking firearm. You'd think it would be a 7-shot or 8-shot or whatever else, but it's just a 6-shot. Something else to do with this gun is that it is just a 686, so it is a L frame. It's not an M frame or a X frame. I know the Smith & Wesson R8 I have is an N frame, but it is also an 8-shot, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a few more shots with it. Do some single action. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, got one more left. Did he fire 5 or did he fire 6? Well, I'm telling you something, I would hate to see what this gun right here felt like if you was shooting it with 38 wad cutters in it. I mean, I'm about for certain you couldn't even feel that front sight move on you. This right here is also a very good firearm if you're wanting to teach somebody younger how to shoot, especially with how heavy it is. This gun right here wouldn't have a drop of recoil, like I said, with 38 specials in it. So that's something else that'd be great about it. Now this gun right here though, it's a shooting outfit. Let's go ahead and take some one hand shot. It's that over his shoulder. Right over top of his head. There we go. Alrighty, 6 more shots. So guys, let's go ahead and show what this actually does once you change out the weights in it. So I've tried every single weight in it. I've tried the steel weights, I've tried the plastic weights, I've tried no weights, and to be honest with you all, the no weights is my favorite because it feels the most balanced. So what you do, it comes with this Allen wrench from factory. You insert it in here on YouTube. If you are watching this, we're not modifying the gun at any part. Just take this and you screw this screw out of it. One quick thing though I will say that I do not like about this so far, and I'll show it to you why I've still got this in here. The weights in itself do move. I don't know if it's just because my screw from factory is too long or what, but the weights will move inside the gun. You don't feel it whenever you're actually taking targets, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but I guess I'm OCD about stuff like that. So I mean, technically speaking, if I wanted to, I could take and maybe knock a few threads off of the actual screw, and I would be able to get it as tight in there as possible. There we go. Okay. So as you can see here are the 5 steel weights in it. And there's a screw as well. Let's go ahead and put these in our pocket. And now we can look at the gun as it looks without anything in it. So as you can see, it's now got that skeletonized look at it. There's nothing in here, and you can run it like this if you want to. There's a chance, especially if you don't clean your guns any bit, you can get some debris and stuff back here, but at the same time, this right here feels great. The way it balances out in my hand, I like it the best here. But now at the same time, if you want to run it, whether it's as heavy as physically possible, you can put them steel weights in there and have a good time with them. Go ahead and get her loaded back up here. Alrighty, let's take a few more shots with her. There we go. And right now, guys, we're shooting here at about 35 yards. And as you all can see, I'm not taking my time really at all shooting. But just from shooting that right there, I can tell you all that with the steel weights in it, there is less recoil. That front end doesn't lift up near as much with you. But at the same time, though, it doesn't make your arm as tired over a long span of time whenever you're shooting, just because all that weight's not out front. If that makes sense to you all. Let's go ahead and shoot around just a little bit, take our time with some single action. See if we can hit Sasquatch. There we go, dead center on him. Yep. Guys, when it comes to a good revolver, they are hard to beat, especially once you get trained up on them a little bit. It's been a little bit since I've shot a revolver. I would say probably at this point 6 or 7 months. This is the first revolver I've shot in that long a time. But man, once you get a good revolver in your hand and you take your time and you start playing with it and shooting a little bit, they are hard to beat. So guys, this will be about the end of the review. At this point in the review, I think we have about around 600 rounds down range with a Smith & Wesson competitor. And guys, we haven't had a single failure or a single hiccup anywhere, shape, form, or fashion at all. Great pistol, and I'm telling you something, if you're wanting a good 357 that's got weight to it, if you want it to have weight, looks great, and also as well can be as light as you possibly want it with them weights took out of it, this right here is a hard one to beat. Them lines with this gun and all, once you jerk this thing out of the box, whenever somebody looks at it, they know it's performance center, because there's not another single double action revolver from Smith & Wesson that looks this good that you can't say, hey, that right there is something special. But guys, with that 6-inch barrel, you got plenty of velocity, plenty of power behind it. You can also put your red dot up here or whatever else you want to. Just a beautiful firearm overall, and one of my favorite Smith & Wessons to this date. So guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. As always, if you have any questions or comments about the Smith & Wesson competitor, leave it in the comment section. We want to get back to you as soon as possible. But thank you to Smith & Wesson for sending us out for a review. So guys, appreciate y'all viewing. As always, like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.